What's up, YouTube? It's Artisan MC. It's Sunday, and it is time to binge. And today, I binged on Kong Skull Island. Now, we all know that Legendary Pictures has made their own monster universe, and that all these movies are connected together. So since earlier this morning, I went ahead and watched Godzilla King of Monsters again, I thought it fitting for me to go ahead and watch Kong Skull Island. And I will have to say I actually did like this one. There was a couple of recommendations after my Godzilla video that told me to go back and watch Skull Island, and I did just that. And I like to say to those people, you're right. That was actually good. That was very fun for me. There was a lot of action, good CG, the story moved along. Although the story did seem like it was repeated in Godzilla, the same way that humans have to help the monster and learn the somewhat humanity of the monster. I liked it in Kong more so. And I will say I like the cast in this. There's a lot of people in this cast-wise that I actually love. Samuel L. Jackson, John C. Reilly, Toby Kebbell, Tom Hiddleston. I mean, it was almost like, don't let me forget Brie Larson, but it was almost like a cast of characters from Marvel movies ripped out and put in a old school military movie. Okay, I say old school because this movie, which I didn't know, happens in 1973, which added a little bit of a historic element to it to see how far back this organization of Monarch and the tracking of these monsters actually goes, which is actually really interesting. And having watched Godzilla first and then Kong Skull Island, I can see the through threads that lead from one movie to the next and wonder where some of these characters have ended up. Watching Skull Island, I got a feel for how the monsters in and of themselves fit into this world, and more so than Godzilla King of Monsters. Kong showed us that man fights nature, in a sense. You know, you have Samuel L. Jackson's character, who is Preston Packard, and he's a colonel, and he's leading his team, and you can see that he's really not into not having a war to fight or something to do afterwards. And he brings his team along with him to go to map this previously unknown island, Skull Island. And you get John Goodman in this as Bill Rand, who is kind of the head of Monarch at this time in the 70s. And you also get, which was good to see, you also get Corey Hawkins in this. You might remember him from Straight Outta Compton's Dr. Dre. In this, he is Houston Brooks, who is the purveyor of the idea of the Hollow Earth theory. Now, it's interesting that you have this person in this movie because in Godzilla King of Monsters, you have the scientists in that movie expounding on this Hollow Earth theory, that there are cavernous regions all through the inner side of the Earth, and that's where these monsters and things move through. So it's good to see that through line move from one movie into the next 46 years later and still be purveying forward. That gives you the impression that this will be a bigger thing for where most of these monsters come from, that they've always been here and they live deep in the earth, or they hide in plain sight as mountains or whatever, what have you. Okay. So you get Kong on this island, and he is basically humanity, or the humanity that's on this island, their protector from these things that live below in the underpart of the earth, which come out and are called skull crawlers. Now, that's a pretty decent name, and if you look at them, they are reminiscent of many horror movie monsters all merged into one nightmare freaking creature, right? They're fast, they're slimy, they look awkward as hell. I mean, so it's a good villain for Kong to actually fight against and have to oppose. And one of the things that I really enjoyed in this and seeing this is that Whereas you have Godzilla, he's pretty tough, and even in King of Monsters, you saw him take some damage and get hurt and heal and get better. In Kong Skull Island, you see that Kong is mortal. Okay, he takes wounds, he bleeds, he hurts, he drinks, he eats. All these things that you don't see from Godzilla. So it's more of a humanizing element for King Kong. And I don't want to go into a full review of this movie because I just finished it. I'm probably going to watch it again. But I will say, as much as these things are to be considered monsters, out of the two movies, Kong shows the most humanity. Because, of course, like in every King Kong movie, there is his white girl that he has to save and feels affectionate towards. And I don't know what she did when she touched that man on the nose, but it seems to work for every big gorilla. So there is some I don't know, undertones in that, and that'll probably go into on a full review if I do one of Kong. But for this Sunday bingeable, it's a good movie to watch. It's a good movie to just get into, get your Sunday military movie, guy movie in it. There's no real love story. All this stuff is stripped out of the movie just to move on with. It's just a movie about monsters in the military going up against these things. So, my pick for a bingeable, watch Kong Skull Island, check out Godzilla King of Monsters. I watched them both on PlayStation Network, and it was fine. I enjoyed them both. So, that's it for this time. Catch you guys next time. Like, share, subscribe, comment, donate. So everything's new. So, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.